Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Sheila Carter Sharp has been MIA from Il Giardino lately. Back on Halloween, Deacon Sharp seemed annoyed with Sheila's love of toe cookies and ghoulish decorations. With Hope Logan pushing the LLC scheme, could Deacon and Brooke Logan end up in familiar territory? Keep reading and let's talk about the possibilities. B&B spoilers reveal that on Halloween, Sheila went overboard decorating Il Giardino. Halloween is Sheila's favorite holiday after all. Deacon told Sheila that people were complaining about the severed head at the valet. Deacon also suggested that Sheila remove the axe from the skull in the restaurant. Then there was the toe cookie situation. While Deacon found the toe treats amusing in the beginning, he's grown tired of it. That was evident when the minute Sheila's back was turned, Deacon tossed the cookie. Sheila has always been a bit extra. It's part of who she is. However, that can be a lot for someone to take day after day, month after month, year after year. While Sheila seems to be getting a bit bored with the normal life, Deacon seems to enjoy it. So it seems we might be seeing a division soon between Sheila and Deacon. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Deacon is incredibly short-handed. One would think Sheila would be there to help Deacon out. Deacon hasn't explained where Sheila is, just that she's not there. In fact, it's what led Deacon to desperately hire Remy Price. Meanwhile, Brooke is horrified by Hope and Carter Walton's Lawrence St. Victor scheme. Brooke didn't confront Hope and Carter. She went straight to Ridge Forrester. With Hope blowing up at Brooke, then proudly announcing the paperwork has already been filed, the distraught mother could turn to Deacon. Even though Ridge thanked Brooke for her warning, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McKinswood, could have another perspective. Steffi blames the Logans for everything. Despite Brooke warning Ridge, Steffi could insist that Hope's mother might have been on the plan all along, especially if Justin Spears can't reverse it. This could lead to Brooke losing her job, Ridge, and Hope all at once. If this happens, Brooke would turn to Deacon to help save Hope from her identity crisis. Could this lead to Brooke and Deacon having an affair once again? What if Sheila finds out? Will that reformation be over? The lights of Il Giardino twinkled against the Los Angeles skyline as Deacon Sharp poured another glass of wine. Business had been booming since he bought the restaurant, but his success felt hollow tonight. His heart was divided, torn between his loyalty to Brooke Logan and his lingering connection to Sheila Carter. He stared into the deep red of his wine, pondering his choices. His relationship with Brooke had taken an unexpected turn. What had begun as a quest to prove himself had grown into something deeper. She saw something in him he often forgot existed, potential, even goodness. But despite Brooke's faith, Deacon couldn't escape his darker impulses. The door chimed, and Deacon looked up to see a figure he hadn't expected to see tonight, Taylor Hayes. "Deacon," she said, her voice smooth yet uncertain. She smiled softly, closing the distance between them. "Mind if I sit?" "Of course not," Deacon replied, gesturing to the chair opposite him. "To what do I owe this pleasure?" Taylor's presence was magnetic. While their paths often crossed because of their shared connections to Ridge, Brooke, and Hope, their one-on-one conversations were rare. Tonight, Taylor's vulnerability was palpable. She had recently been blindsided by Ridge's latest betrayal. His rekindled relationship with Brooke had left her reeling. "I needed someone to talk to," she admitted, swirling her glass of water. "You seemed like the perfect person." Taylor chuckled, but the tension between them was unmistakable. As the evening progressed, they opened up about their respective struggles. One glass of wine became two, then three. Their laughter filled the space, and as the clock struck midnight, Deacon found himself drawn to her in ways he hadn't anticipated. Before they knew it, the line between friendship and something more blurred. A kiss, passionate, reckless, sealed their fate. But Deacon's newfound entanglement would not go unnoticed. Sheila Carter, ever the master manipulator, had been lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting. She had warned Deacon months ago that no one crossed her and got away with it. Seeing him with Taylor was a betrayal she couldn't forgive. The next morning, Deacon woke to a flood of texts from Brooke. She wanted to meet. Immediately, his stomach churned with guilt, but he couldn't ignore her urgency. Deacon, Brooke began as soon as he arrived at her house, her eyes wide with worry. Sheila's out of prison. What? Deacon froze. How? That's impossible. She was supposed to be locked away for life. Brooke shook her head. Some technicality. Her lawyer exploited it. And now she's free. Rich says she's been asking about you. Deacon's blood ran cold. He knew Sheila wouldn't waste time seeking revenge. But as much as he tried to focus on the looming threat, his thoughts kept drifting back to Taylor and their indiscretion. What had he done? Sheila's reappearance in Los Angeles sent shockwaves through the Forrester family. Her first stop was Taylor's office. Dr. Hayes, Sheila said with an unsettling smile, closing the door behind her. Taylor looked up, startled. Sheila, Taylor replied, her voice steady but laced with caution. You shouldn't be here. Sheila chuckled darkly. Oh, I think I should. You and I have unfinished business. Taylor's hand hovered near her phone, ready to call for help, but Sheila's eyes gleamed with dangerous intent. You took something from me, Taylor, and now I'm here to take something from you. Before Taylor could respond, Sheila lunged at her, brandishing a syringe. Taylor fought back, but Sheila's strength was formidable. A scuffle ensued, and just as Sheila was about to inject her, the door burst open. Deacon stood in the doorway, his expression a mix of fear and determination. Let her go, Sheila. Sheila's face twisted into a smile. Deacon, I was wondering when you'd show up. Did you come to save your latest conquest? Deacon didn't flinch. This isn't you, Sheila. Let her go, and we can figure this out. Figure this out. Sheila laughed, her grip on Taylor tightening. Do you think I'm stupid? You betrayed me, Deacon. You turned your back on me when I needed you most. And now you're playing hero. I made a mistake, Deacon admitted, his voice breaking. But this doesn't have to end like this. Sheila hesitated, her grip faltering. For a moment, it seemed like she might listen. But her rage won out. No, you don't get to make mistakes. Not with me. In the chaos that followed, Taylor managed to break free. Sheila turned her fury on Deacon, lunging at him with the syringe. He dodged, and the needle clattered to the floor. Police sirens wailed in the distance. Sheila realized she was out of time. This isn't over, she hissed before bolting out the door. As the dust settled, Deacon and Taylor found themselves alone in her office. Their shared brush with death had deepened the connection they tried to ignore. You could have died, Taylor whispered, tears brimming in her eyes. So could you, Deacon replied, his voice soft. But we didn't. Taylor leaned into him, their earlier mistake unspoken but not forgotten. Deacon knew their choices would have consequences, but in that moment, he didn't care. Meanwhile, Sheila disappeared into the night, her mind racing. Deacon's betrayal had hurt, but her vendetta was no longer limited to him. She had a new target in mind, someone whose pain would echo through every corner of the Forrester and Logan clans. Her eyes glinted with malice as she planned her next move. Sheila Carter was back, and this time she wouldn't stop until she got what she wanted, revenge and blood. And so, the stage was set for another chapter of secrets, scandals, and shocking twists. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, no one was safe.